All this is trash.
Jennifer Gabbard is making room in the cabinets before the rest of her things arrive. She just drove across country to California from her last duty station in Boston.
Oh my God, there's suction cups on this thing.
A Navy nurse and Chief Petty Officer, Gabbard is now retiring from the military and finally reuniting with her husband John at the home they own in La Mesa. He also spent his life in the Navy, and Jennifer says that helps.
You don't have to explain things. Things are just easier, I think. People think it's harder, but it really isn't. You understand each other, I think, a lot more.
Jennifer and her husband are among the 84,000 service members who are married to another member of the military. It's a group roughly the size of everyone on the payroll in the U.S. Coast Guard. It's a group large enough that the military is beginning to focus more on their needs. Janet Wolfenbarger is a retired 4-star Air Force general. She chairs a commission on women for the Pentagon, which has looked at dual military couples.
There are things that the military can do. It really is about national security to be able to attract and retain high-caliber individuals in this country who want to serve.
The Pentagon knows when a couple can't live together for long periods, they start talking about whether it's time for one of them to get out. Overwhelmingly, it's the women who end up leaving. Now that she's pregnant, Marine Major Christina Upton is thinking about that choice.
There's a reason I just got married 2 years ago. I've been a very good Marine for 20 years, and my focus has always been on my career. And I don't really know how to do something at half speed.
She's leaning toward retiring, while her husband, Major Chris Upton, says he's seen other military couples raise children.
Marines that are married to other Marines that do it, and they do it very well, and they do it very successfully. And I know that we could do it as well, so if she wanted to stay in, I would definitely support her.
It's those future top women leaders who are most at risk. 45% of married women in the military are married to someone else in the service. 57% of married women in the Marine Corps are married to someone in the Corps. But it's also about finding ways to grow the overall force. Pentagon data shows up-and-coming millennials are overall less willing to sacrifice their own family life to serve.
That's definitely something that we've discussed. Actually in great detail is
For sure.
we're going to try and just play it by ear. We want to do a full 20, but if for some reason things just don't work out, we have kids and one of us is going to get stationed completely across the country, we would probably call it quits.
Chief Petty Officer 2nd Class Cody Lipman and Seaman Lauren Mano are just starting their careers in the Coast Guard.
It's really sad where, like, my friends, if they become mothers and they feel really limited and they actually have to quit the service. But I'm going to try to go as far as I can.
Each couple says their service makes an effort to keep them together. In 2016, a Navy policy declared keeping couples together should be the norm. The needs of the Navy come first, but the rule is designed to encourage commanders to keep couples within at least 90 miles of one another. Angelina Gabriel is a Chief Petty Officer in the Navy with 3 young boys in San Diego. Today she's home earlier than her husband, also a chief.
His schedule is anywhere between, no baby, his schedule is anywhere between 4 or 5 in the morning to 8 o'clock at night.
They've deployed separately and once at the same time.
A lot of times one of us is not here. And that's what's stressful. When my husband's not here, our children act a different way. I'm more lenient because I want to cuddle the boys. I want to make sure they're okay because they're feeling the fact that their dad is not here.
The Pentagon's Commission on Women recommends that the Department of Defense set a universal policy, especially for the growing number of people married to someone else in another branch of the military. Given the numbers, these couples say the policy the military could never survive is preventing marriage among service members. Steve Walsh, KPBS News.